Hey guys, welcome back to Struggleville YouTube channel. This video I have some amazing Home Depot special buy of the day deals to share with you. They've been doing a lot of tool related special buy of the days, which of course we love to see. Now, some of them were repeats from last week, so I'm trying to avoid rehashing things that we already talked about, but you go to this little link, the special buy of the day has the full list. Definitely check it out. Maybe you missed something. Maybe you're a day late and a dollar short. Maybe you didn't have the money. Maybe it was sold out. Whatever the reason, some of the stuff that we saw last week is back again this week. And of course, we're going to be using the YouTube shopping links for all these. You're going to have boxes and windows and everything popping up all over the damn place. And if you don't see those, then there'll be little boxes in the description down below. The first one should have popped up about 15 seconds ago. And that was for this rigid 18-volt 4-tool combo kit with a 4-amp-hour battery, 2-amp-hour battery, the charger, and the bag. It says it's normally $328, but it's down to $239 right now. And this is a nice little kit for, getting the little homeowner into doing projects around the house. You're getting your drill, your impact driver, probably the two most common and needed tools around the house. Get your circular saw, get your reciprocating saw. You're doing all kinds of building and demoing, and you're doing the whole shebang here. And then the 4-amp-hour is really nice because you're going to need that with like the circular saw and the reciprocating saw. The little baby 2-amp-hour is good for that impact driver and the drill, but really how many cuts are you getting with the circular saw and a little 2-amp-hour battery? It's not a whole hell of a lot, so we like the 4. We're doubling up there. But at $239, we really have 6 pieces, 4 tools, 2 batteries. You're well under $50 a piece at that point. And this is a really good way to get going with rigid. If these were your only tools, then I would say, hey, maybe add an oscillating tool to that as far as what a homeowner could use and benefit from. And once you get that oscillating tool, then you're really expanding your array of projects that you can complete in addition to these 4 tools. So $239 for that guy there, if I hit the right button. And here we go. We have the Milwaukee M12 Fuel brushless cordless cutoff saw kit with the M12 oscillating multi-tool. It says normally $321 down to $199. Now that is an accurate price as far as the cutoff tool. I bought this kit some time ago. It's probably close to when it first came out. And this is a really good tool. I really like this cutoff tool. I have both the Milwaukee and the DeWalt. I wouldn't say I necessarily have a preference of either one. The cutoff tool itself can just be super useful if you're going to be doing projects that would benefit from that. And the 4-amp-hour battery, actually, I don't think, I guess it kind of depends what you're using it for. For a lot of like light sheet metal stuff that I've been cutting, you don't burn through batteries much at all. It's not like a high demand. You could use a smaller battery. But anyways, we always welcome, I believe that's a 4. I couldn't see anywhere on here that specifically says it. It might be in the description, but I'm too lazy to read, so we're just looking. Anyway, I think it's a 4. But I really like this tool even at $199. I think that's what I paid for it. So it's a tool I would pay that price for just because it's really good, but we just happen to be also getting the oscillating tool to go with it. Now this specific oscillating tool I've never used. It looks variable speed. It's not brushless, but Milwaukee M12, there's some base level of competency we expect with the Milwaukee tools. And again, like we were just talking about the oscillating tool earlier, it's really universal or versatile, I should say. And you can do a lot of different things with the various attachments. So, hey, if they want to throw in an oscillating tool, you can find a use for it. And $199. Now, for this one, I just chose the reciprocating saw. But if you go to the full list of the shop all buy the day things, there was 10 different options. So if you're in Ryobi's lineup, you like the batteries, you want a different tool, and you're willing to pay $99, go ahead and check it out. This is the reciprocating saw with a 4-amp-hour battery. You got the big boy battery and the 2-amp-hour battery, kind of like we saw previously with the other deal. You got to have the 4 with the reciprocating saw. The 2 isn't great, but hey, you can use the 2 while you're charging the 4. $99 for a whole starter kit and a bare tool. Again, go to the full list, and there are several different Ryobi options you can choose from. Now, that same thing applies for this Milwaukee Hacksaw. It's $139 with a free 5-amp-hour battery, which is really good because, especially when you're talking about Milwaukee, how many times do you get a fuel tool, it's going to be brushless, with a 5-amp-hour battery, and you're only paying $139? That's really good, but if you don't want the hacksaw, there were several things that came with the 5. They had a reciprocating saw. They weren't all 139. They had the reciprocating saw was 159 or 169. The angle grinder we talked about last week at 159. I actually think that is an amazing value, but we just talked about it last week, so I didn't want to post it again. But it's the same concept. You get the free 5 amp hour battery. I really like this little hacksaw for pruning trees. And maybe not everyone uses it for that because we have the little baby chainsaws, we got the big chainsaws, all sorts of options when pruning trees. But I have 50 trees in my yard. I used to have 100, but in the last 10 years, 50 of them have died. So I have cut down so many trees. So many trees. You know what happens when you cut down trees? You have stumps. Stumps are the worst damn part of cutting down a tree. I'll just cut the tree down, leave the stump. Look, you got to mow around it. Suck it up. 139 for the reciprocating saw, the hacksaw, and the 5 amp hour battery. I don't even know where I was going with all that, but let's move on. All right, we got to get into some single digit, double digit deals. So we're not breaking the bank on everyone. We got the DeWalt black and gold twist drill bit set. It's only a $2 discount, but at that price, it's a 20% discount. So $7.97. Of course, you're getting free shipping, which we love that. Comes with a handy dandy case. I love these little cases. These cases are so amazing. See, you got the clear top here. They're all stackable and interchangeable, and they got big ones and they got little ones. They got ones that climb on rocks. And then these little black things inside are also interchangeable. We got all these little dovetail joint guys, and we can move it up, we can move it down. We can put like a little bit rail up here, so we drill our hole, then we drive something. You got tons of options with these guys. Now, one thing, as you use them more, sometimes these get loose, and they just kind of flop out and fall out, and that is kind of a pain in the ass, but, whatever. I still like them overall. It's still a pretty damn good case, and, for $7.97, it's worth picking up. Now here, this is okay. Milwaukee Shockwave Impact Duty half-inch drive metric and SAE standard impact pack out socket set. 27 piece, normally $160, down to $100. So it comes with the little pack out case, which everyone knows and loves. And then we have a mixture, an array, if you will, of both SAE and metric sockets. We can, come on, let's bring the whole page down a little bit. There we go. So if we're looking at the SAEs, we got from 3/8 all the way up to 1.1 inch. So we're getting some pretty decent sizes. 1.1 inch is a pretty big socket. It's an expensive socket. If you were to go out and buy individual sockets, the 1.1 inch would be an expensive one. And pretty much the same thing here. Look, we're starting with the 10. Everyone appreciates a 10, which, by the way, did you see the deal I posted on the automotive deals page? I don't know if it's actually still there right now. But if you were there last week, we had Crescent 10mm sockets for under $1. I know a lot of people bought those. You can always use another 10. So you should have checked it out last week because I don't think it's there anymore. I probably shouldn't have brought that up. Okay, so we're going all the way up to 24mm on that guy. And then, of course, you got the little tray guy. You got the little pack-out organizer. So you're kind of getting a lot. But here's the thing. It's discounted. You're getting some big sockets, a decent amount of sockets. So $100, okay, whatever. But it's for... When you buy Milwaukee mechanic tools, the ratchets, the wrenches, the sockets, even on sale, you're overpaying for what you get. You could get similar quality, a similar array of sockets, cheaper. If you're a buyer of Milwaukee mechanic tools, you just know you're paying more than you have to for what you're getting. So this is on sale. It is cheap for Milwaukee stuff. But if you don't have to have a toolbox of nothing but red tools, you can go somewhere else and get more bang for your buck is the main idea. So that's like the qualifier. Like, yes, if you have to have Milwaukee or you just really want the Milwaukee stuff, you're getting a good deal here as far as it's a discounted price. But there's cheaper options and you could get a similar array of sockets. Now this one, we might have talked about this exact deal last week. I know we talked about the Ratchet. I couldn't remember exactly what batteries were included last week, but I just really like this Ratchet, so we're just going to touch on it real quick. We're just gonna poke at it. It's $199. I'm just realizing I'm missing a deal here. But anyway, we'll get that sorted out. It's $199, normally $389. You're getting a high-speed 3/8-inch drive ratchet and two 5-amp-hour batteries. So brushless tool, 450 RPM, 35 foot-pounds of torque. If you're trying to decide which Milwaukee ratchet to go with, and we're not considering price as part of the value of our decision, is which one do we want? The high-speed one is the one I would go with. Or, okay, it's the one I did go with, because that's the one I have. So I really like it. Use it quite a bit. Works well. I like the high speed. This is my favorite one. So if you're on the fence about a ratchet, boom, I like this one. And you're getting the two 5-amp-hour batteries. And $199 is typically the price for the bare tool on the ratchet. If you were just to walk into Home Depot, you'd probably pay $199 bare tool on that ratchet. So getting, 10 amp hours worth of battery to go with it, you're getting a real good deal if you're interested in that. Now, here, hang on. Let me find what I'm doing here. So I had to drop this one in because it kind of goes with our theme that we have going on right now with the mechanic tools, and the earlier socket set was 1/2-inch drive, and this is 1/2-inch drive. This goes along with what I was saying earlier about a bunch of different tools have 5-amp-hour batteries that go with it. So this is 209, normally 388. It's the Gen 3 fuel, brushless cordless, 1/2-inch drive, impact wrench, friction ring, and then you're getting the 5-amp-hour battery. It's actually oil-resistant battery, apparently, because solvent stuff can degrade the plastic. Although I haven't actually seen that happen, and I use regular batteries, and they get kind of nasty. But apparently that can happen, so, everyone's got oil-resistant batteries to go with it, like a different plastic or nylon or something's in the plastic. Whatever, who cares? It doesn't actually matter. There was like 10 different impact wrenches. If you want an impact wrench and you want a 5 to go with it, there was a bunch in the full list to choose from. 1/2-inch, 3/8 drive, the high torque, the mid torques, a bunch of them listed in there. So pick out the one you want, but pretty good price. $209, getting the 5. Get yourself a decent impact wrench. So this last one that I want to show you, YouTube won't let me link to it. You're just going to have to find it in the list. But I still think it's a pretty good deal. It's $199, 2-tool combo kit, but you're getting the OG ratchet. So brushed motor, 35 foot-pounds of torque, I think 200 RPM on it. Let's see if it says over here. 35 foot-pounds, 250 RPM. And, come on. So for $199, I mean, the ratchet's worth that, even though at this point, because it's so old, you would just go with one of the other ones for nearly the same price, or basically you'll find something like we just saw the deal previously. But you're getting 2 fuel tools to go with it. And you're getting 2 batteries. Does it say what the batteries are? Of course not. So the hammer drill, the impact driver, that's probably a 4 and a 2. It's got to be a 4 and a 2. But you're getting 2 batteries to go with it. Brushless. 3 total tools, $199. That's a nice little buy there if you can use the tools, or if you're willing to sell the pieces that you don't want, don't need. So pretty decent special buy of the day. Definitely some repeats from last week. They must be trying to clear out some stock, or maybe the deals weren't as popular as they thought because they had to bring them back again and again. But some decent discount. It's not the worst. Definitely not the best, not the worst. It's a little bit of middle porridge. But there it is for you guys. We'll have all those YouTube shopping links, except for this last one. You're on your own finding it, but it's in the list. You'll find it. Thanks for watching. Make sure you give the video a like, subscribe if you're not a subscriber. I'll see you guys next time.